Good evening, America, and welcome to the Throwback Thursday edition of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative, and I'm fired up tonight because we are witnessing history in the making. It's 7 p.m. here on the East Coast, and while the mainstream media is busy looking the other way, we're shining a spotlight on the truth. And tonight, we've got a massive show lined up for you. We're talking about a procedural master stroke in the Senate that has left the left reeling. We're looking at a scandal within the Democrat ranks that they're desperate to bury. And of course, we have the latest boots on the ground updates on day 20 of the Iran conflict, and so much more coming up here shortly. But listen, I know the world feels like it's spinning out of control lately. Well, we've been hitting the hard news night after night, and frankly, we all need a breather, right? So right after we get through all these critical updates, we're hitting the rewind button, and it's Throwback Thursday, which means we're traveling back to the good old days of some classic nostalgic clips. We're playing the fan favorite game, Name That Movie Clip. Yes, Dover. And so stick around, guys, for some fun. That we're going to have a blast in the second half hour or the hour. Since we started early tonight, we'll see how it goes. So come get involved in chat right now, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. And so let's get into it, right? So first up, the SAVE Act. For months, the Democrats have used the 60 vote filibuster as a shield to block common sense, election integrity. They say it's impossible to pass. Well, Senator John Kennedy isn't buying it. Word on the Hill tonight is that Kennedy is pushing a talking filibuster maneuver, forcing the opposition to actually stand on the floor and speak. By doing this, he's aiming to lower the threshold to a simple majority. Essentially, the Democrats are forcing them to hold the floor, get out of the way of securing our elections. It's a bold move that could put the SAVE Act on the president's desk sooner than anyone expected. The era of business as usual in the Senate might just be over. Now, while the Republicans are fighting for the ballot box, the Democrats are in a total tailspin. We are tracking reports of yet another high-level scandal where one of their own has been hit with some devastating charges of pedophilia. The hypocrisy is deafening. They preach protection and progress, yet the rot inside their party continues to surface over pedophilia years after years after years. We'll break down who's involved and why the legacy media is suddenly suffering from a total blackout on this story, because we know the Democrat Party is the party of pedophilia. And finally, the situation in the Middle East is reaching a boiling point. Today is March 19th, and we've seen crude oil prices rocket past $115 a barrel temporarily. Following the strikes on Iran's South Paris gas field, Tehran is retaliating, targeting energy facilities across the Gulf. President Trump has made his position clear. Any further move against his allies or global energy stability will result in a total destruction of Iran energy infrastructure. We are on the edge of a full-scale regional war, and the stakes for the American economy have never been higher. I'll give you the latest movements from the Strait of Hormuz in just a moment. But first, let's take a breath. It's time to kick back, relax, and remember why we love this country. So grab your coffee or your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for a trip down memory lane. Welcome to the Conservative Viewpoint. Let's head to the news desk, shall we? Because the show begins now. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this one-day only special early event. Oh, yes. It's awesome. We get to come on here early. We get to take our time tonight. We'll go through these articles with no problem, no having to rush through them like we always do. And it's great. We're going to have time for Throwback Thursday, and oh yeah, the videos and everything. It's going to be awesome, guys. So welcome to the show. Vic took the night off, so I've said I'm jumping in on that one. So might as well. I don't get a chance very often to go early. I'm glad some of you guys have found me so far. So hopefully we'll get some more people in here as the night goes on. But we're going to give a shout out. We got Rumble over here. We got Facebook. Hopefully everybody went live. We got YouTube and Twitch and X and Getter and Wimpkin and everybody in there and kicking it. So let's go say hi to everybody over here. We got Wendover in there right now. We got Conrad over in Getter and the Getter gang. Everybody else is probably not aware of me going early. I understand that. But let's shoot on down here to the Wimpkin Warriors, and I see a few of them we got in there. And Pat started us off tonight. Hi, Pat. Glad you saw me. And Mark from UK got in there. Yes, sir, Bob. And I know Tammy knows. I'm happy you can stay more than an hour. I know, right, Pat? I love it. I love Kennedy too. That's what the best thing is about it. I know Tammy knows that we're here. So people will be rolling in, like I said. Shortly, my glasses are dirty. They're always dirty. My basement is dusty as all get out. So we'll get into this, guys, and we can take our time, talk and chat, and see if I can see stuff with these on tonight. Sometimes I can't. I don't know. It's just a day. Sometimes I can see with them on. Sometimes I can't. It's crazy, right? So we got to have a special night tonight since we get to start early, and we can take our time, like I said, and go through all this stuff. I got a special thing going on tonight right here. We'll talk about that here later on. I got some videos to watch since we can go early. I downloaded a couple quick ones for the articles because usually I don't put on videos during this so we can get done with the articles. But some of these were pretty important. So we're going to get busy, guys. So let's get started, shall we? The first thing we got going in, I know it's a wild bunch. Isn't that crazy, Conrad? Well, we got crying dash Chief Justice John Roberts warns personal attacks on judges have got to stop. Oh, yeah. Roberts commented following President Trump's most recent criticism of the Supreme Court over its tariff ruling. Well, Roberts has been siding with the liberals like crazy and stopping his tariffs when they have no right to stop him. He has every right to charge tariffs, but they had to say, when we talked about this, they had to say about how he went about it, because there was the emergency. How was it? The emergency something that he used to cause the tariffs wasn't legal, but they told him how he could do it legally. Well, when you've got all these activist judges, and I thought the Supreme Court was in charge of all these judges across this country. Well, if they are, they need to somebody's got to be, because somebody needs to stop these activist judges from acting like this and not following the rule of law. Because this is what they're doing. And we all see it on all the shows that we've had on here. And hello, SR News. SR News, who's that? Come on, SR News. Come on here and say hi. All right, let's see what else we got here. Roberts, the head of the federal jury judiciary, said in his remarks at Rice University in Houston that critiques the substance of Supreme Court rulings are part of the job, but that some more pointed comments have gone too far. He did not mention Trump specifically. The problem sometimes is that the criticism can move from a focus of legal analysis to personality. And you see from all over, I mean, not just any one political perspective on it, and that's more directed in a personal way, and that, frankly, can be quite dangerous. I don't know of anybody, unless you're a liberal, threatening justices personally. Now, when you call a judge an activist judge, that's not personal, that's political, and that's legal because that's the way they're acting. They're not following the law. So that makes them an activist judge. Now, what they're doing, and these got to be liberals, but remember all those people that was protesting outside the justices' homes and never got in trouble. Who do we blame on that? But the Democrats. They never put anybody in jail for that, and it's illegal to do that. Oh, you got kicked off. Don't quit getting kicked off, Pat. All right, let's keep going. Well, it looks like Markwayne Mullin survives the bruising hearing with a Democrat's help, inches one step closer to becoming the next DHS chief. And thank you. Hey, Radical Right, Sean, what happened, man? Thank to what's his name, guys? I know you know who it is. There he is, Fetterman. Sorry. Thanks to Fetterman's vote, jumped him up Mullen to the next stage. So, gotta love it. There's Texas Tammy right there. Told you she knew. She knew about it. She knew about it before I knew about it. Yes. Yep. I reached out for some help. There she is right there, guys. All righty there. Hi, Texas Tammy. So, yes, with Fetterman's help, his vote shot Mullen through the top. So, we'll see what's going to happen in the next step of the phase of this journey for Markwayne Mullin. Let's get him in there. Let's get DHS open back up, because all I see now is Democrats, the dumbasses on there, going with that Jim Crow 2.0 bullshit. It has nothing to do with Jim Crow. It has something to do with the Democrats wanting illegals in this country to vote for them. Am I right or am I right? That's all it's about, guys. It's not about anything else. It's not about people. But when you call people stupid, and that's exactly what these Democrats are doing, they're actually calling people stupid. They're calling women stupid. Had to clean up from dinner. Hockey night. Yeah, they got hockey night tonight, so that works out for all of us. Tammy can go there and enjoy the game and not have to come on to the show. And she doesn't have to come on to the show. I just love it when she does. So coming from the hockey rink or not, I love it. But yes, it gives her a chance to relax and sit back and enjoy the game. I saw it on Facebook that you were coming earlier. Tammy mentioned it. Yes, Tammy told me make sure I put it out to make sure everybody knows to come on in. But yes, guys, when you call women stupid because they don't know how to go change your name at the election office, and I'm pretty sure everybody that's registered to vote knows how to get to their election office, right? You know where most of them, like mine, is in the county office building. So you find maybe some bigger places have actual buildings just for your election office or something like that. But ours is in our county office building with our tax assessment office, our tax guys, our commissioners, and everybody. And our DOE license, I believe, was still in there. So everybody knows how to get there. Everybody knows how to get to the DMV, right? Do you know what a Kinko's is? According to Democrats, blacks don't know what a Kinko is, and they don't know what a computer is. So it's going to be bad for them. You're too dumb to get an ID, black person. Yes, equals racist. You're too dumb to get an ID, woman, sexist. There you go. Thank you for that, Radical Right. Did you hear that? You're too dumb to get an ID, black person. That equals racism, right? That's the Democrats. You're too dumb to get an ID, woman equals sexist. Democrats. This is what we're talking about. If a woman gets married and she did not, dudes, what's happening? How are you tonight? I'm late on Whipkin. No, you're not late. I'm early. So you are not late. Welcome. Love to seeing ya. Yeah, so people don't know when to get their license. If you get married after, you go there and you change your name. It's not that difficult. And this is what the Democrats do. They play on fear on everybody. Oh my God, you're not going to be able to vote. You're going to be turned away. Millions are going to be taken off the voter rolls. Zero's going to be taken off the voter rolls. But if you did not change your name, go change your name. It's as simple as that. Kinko's, yeah, right? That's like a Staples or something like that. You know, people are, and it just dumbfounds me how these Democrats can actually get on there and tell people they're stupid. Be a black woman, it doesn't matter. And then these people still want to go vote for these people. Ramrods on Friday. Uh-oh. Wow, that sounds a little different there, Ramrods. Hi, Colin from Scotland. But this is what we've got going on right now with that part of this. But this just came out in my email right before I was going live. And this come out at 6:19 that James Comey has been subpoenaed in Justice Department's grand conspiracy probe. James Comey has been subpoenaed as part of a Justice Department's grand conspiracy probe. Two sources confirmed that in Just the News. The investigation is looking into claims that Democrats attempted to undermine President Donald Trump, treating the last decade of political weaponization of law enforcement and intelligence agencies as an ongoing criminal conspiracy. This probe is being led by Jason A. Redding Quinones, the U.S. Attorney of the Southern District of Florida, and U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon is overseeing the case. Comey has not commented on the subpoena, which was issued last week, but previously decried allegations of a grand conspiracy as political persecution and lawfare. Well, all he's got to do is look in the mirror of what he did against Trump, because the facts we talked about yesterday, we know they hid information that China was hacking into election stuff during the 2020 election, and they hid this stuff. They did not tell the president of the United States or that this was happening. Right? So this is what's, and he thinks he wants to spin it just like a good, well, I don't think he's even a Democrat because he was appointed by Trump. But he's acting like a good Democrat, and the Democrats probably did it because he's as corrupt as hell. So this is what's going on, and they call it a grand conspiracy. Remember what we say. If the Democrats are accusing us for it, they've already done it. And this is exactly, we know for a fact that they've already done it. We heard Christopher Wray in there lying about January 6th. Sits there and they ask him specifically, straight up, how many feds or federal snitches, you might as well say, were in the crowd instigating the riot. He says, I don't know. I can't tell you. Oh, yeah. And you guys, if you watched the hearing, which I did, Brett plays for the Ramrods on Friday. Oh, okay. I got you. That's a little better there. The Ramrods is this hockey team. I like the sound of that one better. But when you say Ramrods on Friday night, that just don't sound right. Damn, I did not know I posted that twice. It probably posted itself there twice, Tammy. But this is what's going on with this guy. So we're going to see what happens. We got a good judge that actually follows the law. And I'm not sure about the U.S. attorney. I've never heard of him in Florida. So if any of you guys are from Florida and you know this guy, let us know. Mary Ann, there's the lovely Mary Ann, just popped in right there. She is. All righty. What else we got going on here? She posted that she is taking the night off. Yes, she did. I don't know if she went everywhere and posted it. I saw that she took the night off on X. That's how I caught it. So we got in here. So, all right, guys, we got our favorite here. We got Senator Kennedy. He just moved to pass the Save America Act using a brilliant legislative trick that only requires 51 votes. I'm going to let you listen to him yourself. Take a listen to this.
Serious about passing it. And I think we are, Mr. President. I know you are. We need to try to pass this legislation through reconciliation. Now, you know how reconciliation works, Mr. President. It means we can pass this bill with 50 Republican votes and the Vice President to break the tie. That's how we pass the one big, beautiful bill. I would hope to get some my Democratic friends to support us, but we don't have to have them. That's harder than I describe because, as you know, Mr. President, there are parameters on reconciliation. Anything you propose through reconciliation has to be paid for. We can find the money to pay for it. And anything you pass through reconciliation has to conform with the contours of the Budget Control Act. We call that giving a provision a bird bath. And our parliamentarian decides what passes muster under the Budget Control Act and what doesn't. Now, we've got a lot of smart lawyers in the United States Senate. Every single one of them thinks they're Oliver Wendell Scalia. But we've got a lot of other smart lawyers in America. Here's what I'm getting at. We have yet to try going to these smart lawyers, some in the Senate and some, believe it or not in the Senate, and saying, craft us a SAVE Act that will pass muster under the Budget Control Act and can be blessed by the parliamentarian. And some of my colleagues, those Oliver Wendell Scalia types, they say, Kennedy, you know, that you'll never be able to do that. They don't know. I've been here 10 years. I've seen things pass muster, survive a bird bath that I didn't think had a hope in hell. And I've seen provisions pass the parliamentarians' judgment under a bird bath that I thought, I've seen them not pass that I thought were slam dunks. You don't know till you try. And we haven't tried. And if this bill is as important as everybody says it is, and I think it is, because we're not just talking about voting, we're talking about the confidence, the trust of the American people in our elections. If this bill is as important as we say it is, we should try it through reconciliation. I haven't.
And I know I had this. I hope you guys heard that. You might have had to turn up your volume some. I had it downloaded and I had the volume up, but for some reason when I come in on STREAMYARD and it's gone. So I had to download it real quick right before the show went off. So it was really low. For me, I should have put my other earpiece in and I could have probably heard it, but AO still wants to date me. That's funny, Radical, right? Kennedy comment. Kennedy is always good. And, you know, he's always got that melatonin voice right there, you know, and never gets excited or anything like that. And it's like, you got to love Kennedy. But he pulled this one out. And because, you know, normally the Democrats filibuster with 60 votes, right? And this now, with him doing this, they can pass it with just a majority of 51 votes. If this goes the way it is, this could be on Trump's desk by next week. Yeah, since tomorrow's Friday. Democrats, you know, Democrats are going to fight this like crazy. All right, this one I don't need now because I had that other one that came in about Mullen, Mark Wayne Mullen, passing through the first phase of his hearings there. So is John in here? I see. I can't see when you guys say hi to people. It's it's before I get to even see anybody, because if somebody doesn't say hi, I can't see it. So make sure if you're new to the show, come on in and say hi. Everyone in Facebook, get on in here, say hi so I can see you and I can make a comment to you guys, because the chats are supposed to, or yeah, some of the chats are supposed to come up on my screen, but some of them don't. So I can't see you. So make sure you get on here and say hi. I love seeing new faces. And with tonight being a relaxing night, and I don't have to rush through all this stuff, I can say hi to everybody. So come on in, say hi, so we can acknowledge you guys. And I'd like to know where you're from so I can get new states, because I can tell you now we got Texas, we got Wisconsin, we got Pennsylvania, we got the Bayou, we got Scotland, we got, let me see if I can figure everybody out here. I think I got everybody over here. We got another part of UK in there. And if I remember everybody, there's an M Duds. I'm not sure where she's from. I can't remember. It's been a while since I saw her. Who else we got on here? Pennsylvania. I know them. We got Arizona. I'm not. I don't remember about Wendover, where he's from. And Maryland over here on Getter. And I can't remember everybody, but I get a lot of them there. So, but we like to have guys. Like to have everybody on here to come on and say hi, so we can acknowledge where you're from, get some new states. We got it all, man, right there. We love it. Let me get down here. I think we're all old. Take her to the glue factory. Shall. I shall. I didn't catch everybody, so I got to go back and say hi. We got to love it. But okay, let's keep going here. What do we got now? Trump warns Iran after quarter attack and threatens South Pars. Well, that happened, right? And that's going to continue to happen if they don't stop. But guess what? Europe backs U.S. with Strait of Hormuz. UK Starmer is leading the effort. Oh, yes. Hey, there's John. What's going on, John M? Louisville. M is from Louisville? All right. All right, M. Oh, Michigan. Originally from Michigan. Last 15 years in Louisville, Kentucky. Ah, you got the horses down there in Louisville. Yep. That's a good one. I love it. We got a new one right there. I didn't know that. She's in Louisville, Kentucky. That's awesome right there. We got a new state. We got Virginia, but Vic's not off today. I know that. We've had people from California, from Canada. My favorite cheese, Marianne. Love the cheese there. Oh, yeah, the cheese is awesome right there. Oh, yeah, I come back from North Dakota. I stopped through a couple cheese places there. Tell you what, if I had a bigger cooler, I should have shoved it all in my camper because I had my fifth wheel behind me. Man, but the fridge doesn't run when I travel. So, but the cheese is awesome there, guys. Washington State. We got Washington State over here. Oh, I love it. Wendover, Washington State. You got to love that stuff, man. Well, I love it. Oh, that's all the way across the country. We got them everywhere. Oh, we have Scandinavia. That's American Pier. Oh, yeah. American Pier's from Scandinavia. Oh, yeah. Dad's family Snomish, Wapito, Yakima, and Prosser, Washington. Holy wow. That's crazy right there. All right. But yes, now we've got the people kicking in finally. They want their oil. So now they're coming in and to help with the Strait of Hormuz. Trump doesn't joke around when he says something. When he says something, he means it. So don't for a second think he's going to not protect your ships or your oil containers when they're leaving, because that's going to happen. All right, what else we got here? U.S. weighs in on reinforcements as Iran war shifts. President Trump administration has considered deploying thousands of U.S. troops to reinforce its operation in the Middle East as the U.S. military prepares for possible next steps in the campaign against Iran, says a couple U.S. officials, 3 people familiar with this matter. The deployments could help provide Trump with an additional option as he weighs expanding U.S. operations with Iran war well into the 3rd week. Now, I did hear something after, like I said, I do this at 6 o'clock in the morning, guys, but I did hear something when he was with the Chinese prime minister or the Japanese prime minister, that something that he's reconsidering boots on the ground in there. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Don't quote me on that, but that is what's I heard. I did not watch everything today. I didn't have time to do all that stuff, So I had some stuff to do. I had to do my workout and everything. So that's important. I got to keep my workup out going. Jefferson, Greater Idaho. We haven't succeeded in breaking free from Oregon State yet. Oh, geez. Got to do that. But I got something. I think I got something on Oregon today. That maybe it's in here somewhere. We'll find out. I think I have something. But okay. But see, we're gonna wait. We're gonna play the Bongino rule and wait on this reinforcement stuff until we see what's going on, if he's actually going to do it or not. Because here's a report that Trump may seek earlier exit out of Iran than Netanyahu. Because people were talking about this. They've been talking about it for a long time, that Trump's only doing this because Israel told him to. It's not a fact at all. Trump does not let anyone tell him what to do. Trump is a smart man, knows what he's doing, will not let anybody tell him what he's going to do at all. Y'all need to check out the Bayou State out. I want to get down there and have some good old Creole and Southern cooking down there, Kurt. And I want some of that. I want some of that Southern down there. Oh, yeah, Louisiana cooking. Yes, sir. And I'm not talking about Popeyes either. I'm talking about the good old stuff. The straight, that's like when you get Jamaican jerk chicken or whatever here in the United States, it ain't the same. You go to Jamaica and you get jerk chicken or something, or jerk shrimp or something like that, hold on to your ears, baby, because they're going to blow out. That is super freaking hot. Oh, my God. Now, that's some good old town cooking right there. I got half a chicken down in Jamaica. It was free. It was doing while we're not free. We paid for the trip. But we got down there and I got me some jerk chicken. It had some mussels in it and some vegetables and stuff like that. Man, I took one bite of that chicken. Holy shit. Steam would have been coming out my ears. I'm telling you. So I'm going, where am I going this year? I think we're going back to Jamaica this year in November, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. But that's what gumbo, there it is. That's what I want. I want the straight up gumbo right there. That's what Kurt said. Thank you, Kurt. Yes, love me some gumbo. The gumbo ain't the same here. My wife makes it. It's okay, but it's not just straight up real cooking that you get down there. I want a seafood boil and all that stuff. Man, they put some good stuff in there right there, boy. That's what I want. All right. Maryland crabs are good. Oh, yeah, even in Baltimore. Man, they got some crab before my half sister boiled crawfish and corn and potatoes. There it is right there, baby. That's what I want. That's some down-home cooking right there. My sister took us to a crab place that all these rich people come in there. They're wearing minks and stuff like this into this place. And what do they say? You sit at a table. They put this, it looks like paper bag covering on it. And they come out with the crabs and they dump that shit right on the table. And you just go at it, man. Big things of butter and stuff. Man, you just break that shit with hammers and stuff. And the clout. Man, you should see these rich people. Man, they had shit all over the furs and everything. Man, you crazy. That is the way to eat it right there. You got to love it. Bubba Gump has the great seafood boil, too. I'm not picky, Marianne. I'm not picky. I want some good hometown stuff, baby. That's what I want. All right, let's keep going. Now, Trump, yes, like Trump's might try to get out earlier than Netanyahu because people keep saying that he's doing it because of them. No, that's not a fact. Because Israel has their plans. The United States has their plans, and our plan has almost been succeeded. So once we leave, it's up to Israel what they want to do and what plans that they have to make sure that they're not attacked again like they were by Hamas and them dirty-ass people over in Gaza. So we're going to see what happens with that. But all this is coming out about the oil, right? So I took it upon myself to look up to find out where the United States gets their oil, because the U.S. is currently the world's top crude oil producer, but it still imports oil to meet specific refinery needs because these other countries like Iran have a dirty oil, and it is, what do they call it? It's a, oh, let me find it here, because our refineries will not refine the oil that comes from Iran because it is dirty and really bad stuff. So domestic production is roughly 60% of the crude processed in the United States refineries. The refineries produced domestically primarily from Texas, New Mexico, and North Dakota. Canada by far is the largest foreign supplier, providing 57 to 60% of all U.S. crude imports as of early 2026. Mexico is the second largest foreign source, accounting for about 6 to 7% of imports. And other key suppliers, additional imports come from Saudi Arabia, which is 4%, Iraq is 3%, Brazil is 3%, and Venezuela, which saw a significant increase in shipments earlier 2026. Gee, wonder why that is, right? So now where does Europe and the UE get their oil from? After significantly reducing its reliance on Russian energy following the 2022 invasion of Ukraine, European Union has diversified its suppliers. The United States have become a primary supplier, providing roughly 15 to 16% of the EU's oil and petroleum products earlier this 2026. And Norway is a critical regional partner, supplying 14 to 15%. Kazakhstan remains the top three partners, accounting for roughly 12% of imports. Now, internal production, domestic EU production is limited, meaning that the bloc relies on the net imports of nearly 60% of its total energy. So there you got it down. I wanted to give you a breakdown of what and everything, but it's still a part of the fact that our prices should not go up. If we have that much going on here and we have it from Canada, we're not relying on like Saudi Arabia and all the Middle East for our oils. Our oil should not go up, no matter if it's traded commodity around the world. It should still not matter, but it does, and it shouldn't. They need to change that somehow. Bread pudding, love me some bread pudding there, Kurt. Inmates, believe it or not, inmates used to make the best mixed fruit bread pudding. Oh yeah, I tell you what, we had some great cooks in that prison. As far as inmates, bakers, holy shit. I took my son when he was little to I guess you could say meet and greet or something. It was like you come in. We had our inmates from the bakery department come up, and they had baked goods out, donuts, cookies, and everything like that. And my son ate one of the donuts. He said, "This is better than Krispy Kreme." Oh yes, we had HUD was a great baker. HUD was in there for murder. Ortiz was in there for murder. He told me how he actually committed the murder, believe it or not. Oh yeah, it was a gang style hit, and he told me about it and everything. But I tell you what, they made great buns. We made our own bread. Oh yeah, the buns, the hot dog buns, hamburger buns. They made pizza. They made the pizza dough. Everything was freaking phenomenal. You guys remember when you were in school and you got those big square or rectangle pizzas? You guys ever get those? And it was not that bad back in the day, but these guys made that pizza. It was phenomenal. I'm telling you what. Oh yeah. Excuse to price gouge citizens. That is exactly right, Conrad, because our prices should not go up because of them. That's their oil. We don't need their oil to produce our oil. No, I don't care if it's traded or not. The prices do not need to go up. When cheesecakes became too easy, I had to stop baking. Everyone was getting fat. I can believe that, Sean. All right, moving on. Let's go in here. Democrat senator tries to rush to next question when Tulsi Gabbard gives an answer he doesn't like. I want you to listen to this because I did listen to this. And these douchebag Democrats, they don't know when to stop. Well, she knows how to stop them. Take a look.
Director Gabbard, the whole country knows that you were recently involved in an FBI operation to seize ballots in Fulton County, Georgia. Yet this was despite the fact that the warrant showed no foreign interference or nexus. Matter of fact, the warrant was based entirely on conspiracy theories that have already been examined and rejected repeatedly. Now, where is the authority for you to involve yourself in a domestic law enforcement activity?
Thank you, Vice Chairman. I appreciate the question. As you know, I've addressed every issue you've raised in detail in a letter, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to do it in this forum. As you stated, Congress provided by statute, ODNI, with the responsibility of election security and counterintelligence in 2021. As you also know, ODNI has purview and oversight.
I know the history very well, but could you just
I am addressing the question. ODNI also has purview and overview over two domestic related agencies, the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI, both of which have purview over election security responsibilities to ensure the integrity of our elections. I want to correct one of your statements that you've made multiple times, which is false. I did not participate in a law enforcement activity, nor would I, because that does not exist within my authorities.
You were present on the scene. Are the photos of you on the scene false?
I was at Fulton County, sir, at the request of the president, and to work with the FBI to observe this action that had long been awaited. I was not aware of what was in the warrant or was not in the warrant.
And what was the president's specific request for you to go to? What was the specific request that was made by the president for you to show up in Fulton County?
To go and observe the FBI's activities on this issue.
So when
you look at the fort, your question, sir.
Do you have the answer why the president was knowing about this affidavit before it was even served?
I'm not aware that the president knew about an affidavit before it was served.
Then why was he sending you to Fulton County?
This occurred the day that the FBI had it approved, their warrant approved by a local judge, and they began to execute this. To address your question, sir, about the foreign nexus question, in order for us to better understand the vulnerabilities in our election systems that may exist today as we look to 2026, and yes, we are very focused on trying to make sure that this election is one that the American people have
Director
faith.
Gabbard, I've got a number of questions. Director Gabbard, I have a number of questions. Let me ask my next question, please.
You see? They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear what they want to hear and not from us. If you don't support new wars, you might as well be one of the Americans who have never voted for a felon. 265 million adults live in the U.S., voted for Trump. 180 million didn't vote or voted Harris. The hell with Harris, Audrey. We got a comment actually came from YouTube, believe it or not. Gotta love that. Hi, Audrey. All right, let's keep going here. But guys, you heard it for yourself. They do not want to hear the truth. And that's all she's wanting to give them. And every time you get it, what else do you get from the Democrats every time the truth comes out? Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Oh, God, I'd like to smack them bitches in the mouth when they do that shit. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want the people to hear the truth. And that's why they do it. And that's what this guy was trying to do in replace of reclaiming my time. I got a lot of questions. Mr. Abbott. Oh, my God. Idiots. I'm telling you what. What do we got here? All right. This was from yesterday, actually. Then the FBI investigating Trump official who resigned over the Iran war. This comes from News Nation, the pathetic people that hired Cuomo. Oh, yeah. That's their title of their article. Resigned over the Iran war, which in fact we know it was not. And that douchebag went on Tucker Carlson yesterday and lied the entire time. Truth is kryptonite to oh yes, exactly, Shell. Shell said the truth is kryptonite to commies. And that's a fact. They do not want the truth to get out. They want to tell you a story, not the story, right, guys? But yes, this douchebag that quit, that Joe Kent, lie. And we know a friend of his, and actually Dan Bongino went over this today, and they were friends at one point. And he even admitted that this guy, he showed a 3-minute clip and he stopped it every time the guy lied. Holy shit, it took up the whole show. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, the guy lied, and he was he was like 2 minutes in, he lied 20 times. And Tucker Carlson's letting him do it. He didn't have a clue that the guy was lying. And because the fact was, where you get it, the facts from Dan Bongino was because he was involved with this guy as a deputy director of the FBI. And he told the guy to come in there and do a briefing on what he was talking about on Tucker Carlson. He refused to go to the briefing. Oh, yeah. So he's sitting there telling this guy all this stuff, or made it sound like there was a lot of stuff he was talking about, but he never talked about anything. He talked like he had facts. He had something to say, but never said it. And Bongino hit him on every damn thing that it was a lie. And oh my God, like I told you, that was an hour worth of show. And I was walking on a treadmill, and it takes me an hour and 10 minutes to do my walk. And he kept saying, stop, another lie, stop, another lie. Oh yeah, in 3 minutes. I'll bet you he had over 30 lies. Oh yeah, it was bad. We're talking about food, and I'm missing it here. A sausage eclair is really good. Jumbo link sausage dipped in batter, fried. But that sounds pretty good. Stuff with cheese, then chipped curry sauce poured in. That sounds pretty good, Colin. Oh man, you guys are gonna make me hungry, man. You're gonna have to cook me something and send it to me. Jerry Kruger, right there he is. We didn't either, Jerry. We just did it. All righty now. I love Scotch eggs. Scotch eggs, never heard of that either. All right, but this guy's a liar. He was lying when he left because he was under investigation prior to him resigning, or he should have been fired for he was leaking classified information. So yes, he should have been fired before he got to quit. Then he goes to Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson lets him get away with lying. Tucker Carlson went down here on my list. I like Tucker Carlson, but he went down here just along with that other girl, whatever her name was. She went down too. Yeah, you're going to make me hungry, man. I'm on a diet, guy. Man, you talk about good stuff. Scotch eggs, pretty good with mayo. Never heard of that. But okay, what else we got here? Oh, okay, we're going to keep going here. What else we got going on here? Here we go. Now, you guys ever heard of Cesar Chavez? Y'all hear about this? The Democrats are scrambling as leftist icon is hit with a bombshell child rape allegation. Oh, yes. Farm worker rights icon Cesar Chavez, who led the battle of unionizing agricultural labor, is being accused of sexual abuse involving underage girls. A report in the New York Times cited accounts of multiple women, several of whom were underage at the time, who were either intimidated or forced to have sex with Chavez. The report led to calls from the legacy of the liberal icon to be reconsidered. This is where you talk about Democrats being a party of pedophilia. Bingo. Allegations against Cesar Chavez are horrific. Abuse of any kind, especially against children. Holy shit. That's the worst. That's worse than murder. I tell you what. And a betrayal of the values of the Latino leaders have championed for generations. There is no excuse. Democrat Senator Ben Ray Lujan wrote in his post on X. The allegations against Chavez are horrific. Abuse of any, we're going to keep going with that. And betrayal of the values of Latino and champion. What the hell? What did we just repeat that over again? I didn't read, obviously, the whole article. But this is going on, and these Democrats, like Gavin Newsom, oh yeah, what did they name after him? They named a day after this pervert pedophile. Oh yeah, Newsom, who in the Post has praised Chavez as a good example. You hear that? And of course, Newsom has not commented on the report yet. How do I get that off of there? Get the heck off of there. According to the New York Post, California annually has a holiday on the labor leader's birthday. Chavez, who was driving force behind the precursor of the United Farm Workers Union, died in 1993 and had been lionized in the Hispanic community. Excuse me. So this is the stuff we're seeing, guys. Pedophile after pedophile comes back to the Democrats. How much more do you need? You know who else is a Democrat? Radical right Sean said it right there. Epstein. Go figure that. No kidding, right? Every time you come around, and Vic showed yesterday, I believe, on her show, all the stuff every time that Joe Biden was sniffing these kids, touching these kids, yanking them toward them. I did a lot of videos on this when he was talking about his hairs. Make me gross. The kids love to touch the hairs when they're blonde in the water. And did you guys remember that? Disgusting pedophilia shit right there. When you watch gay parades, when it's what is it called? The gay rights mountain or whatever it is, they get, and they're parading down the street naked. What the hell does that have to do with gay? You're gay. You don't need to be naked in front of children. And they had it on video, and they were talking to these kids, or the kids and the wife or the mother or something. And in the background, you got swinging dicks all over the place, walking down the streets, walking up to children, just like that, naked. Disgusting pig. Every one of them should have been shot, hung, and buried away. And that's disgusting. And that's what this is going on. This is why every time you see something with pedophilia coming on, you guarantee there's a Democrat in the background somewhere. Guaranteed it. They say Sasquatch has a ripe odor, probably the same stank under Maxine Waters' Farrar wig. You know that's just wrong, Conrad, but that's nasty. Oh, let's not go there, Shell. All right, let me go here. Let me go down through here real quick here. We only got a few more of those left, then we're going to get into the fun stuff. Hard-boiled eggs wrapped in pork sausage meat with breadcrumbs around it. Really? That sounds pretty good there, Colin. Yeah, that sounds really good. They're talking about some good food over here, guys. Over here in Whipkin, we got some good food recipes going in. That was a Scotland recipe right there. Another tasty Scottish invention. Man, that does sound good. Yum. We get some of that good cheese from Wisconsin from Marianne, and we put them on them eggs with that sausage. That'd be pretty good there, Colin. I tell you what, guys, I'm telling you, look up online and look for the Wisconsin cheese. You want some creamy cheese? You like cheese? I love cheese. I got some new stuff that Kraft makes. It's protein cheese. They got mild cheddar and they got pepper jack. And they come into a stick like that wide, about that long, pretty thick like that. 17 grams of protein in one of those sticks. I eat 2 or 3 of those a day. Plus, I eat 2 or 3 yogurts, and I got my protein shakes. I eat 6 to 8 eggs a day. I get my protein in, baby. I'm telling you what, my shakes, I drink my shakes before and after. I did not drink it after today, after my workout. But, guys, knocks it out of the park. That sounds good, Pat. It's great, Charlie. People eat it cold or deep fried. I can't do deep fried, but you got to love it. I tell you what. Oh, man. All right, here's my favorite one of the night right here. Democrat Tom Steyer uses Trump officials' criminal referral to challenge Swallowwell's California governor candidacy. Oh, yes, you gotta love this one. Swalwell shouldn't even be in our government right now because he gave classified information to Fang Fang, the Chinese commie spy that he was sleeping with. Yes. Plus, he doesn't live in California. Oh, yeah. And this guy that's running against him is using this, and I'm loving every minute of it because that he is still waiting for the mortgage fraud conviction to go through. He lives in Washington. He stated for a fact that his address is in Washington. He does not hold an address in California. So how the hell is he a California representative in our government? Just like what's his face? Shitty Shift? How the hell are they representatives from California when they both have houses here and nothing in California? Why isn't anybody doing something about this? This is an easy win. The son of a bitch shouldn't even be in there right now. He should be out. That's fraud. More fraud with the Democrats. Right. He lives in Maryland, I believe. I think his house is in Maryland, Shell. So this is an easy win. Why aren't these guys doing something about this? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm telling you what. It's crazy, right? All right, let's keep going here. What else we got here? We got a few more here. Anti-ICE leftists thought they were above the law. Oh, here it is. This is the Oregon one. This prosecutor is proving them otherwise. Yes, sir, Bob. Listen to this. I read this article earlier. This comes out of Portland, Oregon. Remember the Summer of Love? Oh, my God. The old prosecutor there was letting these people off with the BLM burning down the city, taking over the city and everything of Portland. You remember that, guys? Well, this new attorney general or prosecutor in, and I probably won't get this right, Multnomah County District Attorney Nathan Vasquez's office is prosecuting people. And he obviously is not putting up with this stuff. Vasquez, get off of there. His tough approach appears to be a gift to Portland critics, from locals to President Trump, who see a tolerance for lawlessness at the city level in 2020, firing back at Black Lives Matters riots causing national attention. Remember that? Vasquez replaced George Soros-backed leftist Mike Schmidt, who rolled out a policy in August of 2020 to not prosecute several protest-related crimes, like burning down a city. No problem. But under Trump's second term, Portland City Council has publicly thanked the protesters for defying his fascist agenda, while Democratic Mayor Keith Wilson's administration imposes guidelines for city workers to protect migrants from ICE. Oh, yeah. This is the patheticness of these dumbass Democrats, but this prosecutor is handling his business. This guy is prosecuting people for everything. It's having noticeable effects, with protests dwindling down to less than a dozen agitators per night at the ICE building. A Portland police officer told the DCNF in mid-January, speaking anonymously, to avoid reprisal. He said, I had one specific case the other night. They issued immediately. The officer said Vasquez is not screwing around. Finally, they got somebody in there that's got the balls to prosecute these criminal pieces of garbage and get them off the streets. They need to put them in prison and teach them a lesson. Every damn one of them that got caught on camera needs to go. Put them in prison. Anybody that attacks an ICE officer, minimum 1 year in prison. General population. Now, if you're a little white boy, you're going to be loved in prison. Trust me. I had a little white boy that worked for me. He was loved about 70 times. Oh, yeah. Because remember, guys, a pack of cigarettes, that got you some. And when this kid got caught, and I'm not going to give you the details because some of it's pretty funny, but a little lewd for this. But when he got caught, and they took him to the hole. Wrong way. Don't take it that way. RCU. Yes, restricted housing unit, RHU. I'm sorry. Took him up there. They went and emptied his cell out, and they got into his chest that he had in there. He had 70 packs of cigarettes. Oh, this kid was loved a long time. Oh yes, I love cheese. On Guy Fryer, dinners, drive-in, dives, mini cook. Gotta love the cheese from Wisconsin. I'm telling you, look up the Wisconsin cheese. And I can't remember the one that stopped at. The one I did stop at was a Big Barn, and it was a cheese fat. I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what exit's off right now. But it's online. You can order whatever you want. Man, they got the best fresh homemade cheese. The cheese was made right there. Freaking awesome. I'm telling you what. Marianne lives in the right place, man. All right, get this one. We got Ratskin on the news tonight, guys. Democrat Representative Ratskin gets humiliated. Yes, and listen to this. You guys are going to love this one. He got a humiliating correction after claiming the founding father was an undocumented immigrant. I'm not lying to you guys. I did not get to see this. This just came in not long ago. But on Wednesday, that was yesterday, Raskin and Maryland made the mistake, a Maryland man, yeah, of Maryland practicing history without a license. Then again, from critical race theory to Marxist-inspired madness, Democrats have already spent years butchering American history. In this clip, and then let's see, I don't even know if it's here. There is, so let's show it to you. I have never seen it, so we're going to share it right now. We're going to share this screen out. And where is it at? Where is it at? And I think this is it right here. Looks that way. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. We're going to listen to it here.
Invoking Tom Paine, who was an undocumented immigrant who came to this land in 1774, 2 years before the Revolution, and wrote Common Sense.
The member said, I think his opening sentence was, he said Thomas Paine was an illegal immigrant. My understanding was Mr. Paine was born in the UK, came to America, then a British colony in 1774. So I was just struggling to figure out how he was.
Oh, I didn't say he was an illegal immigrant. I said he was an undocumented immigrant, just like Thomas Jefferson's family was. Most of our ancestors did not arrive here with documents.
Okay, well. No.
Wow, is he a douchebag? Oh my God. How stupid can you be? Well, you're a Democrat. That explains it. That you don't even have to say another word. Douchebag. He was illegal. If you're undocumented, you're illegal. But that is not even true. What a fucking idiot. Yep, you see what's next on the agenda right there. Did you see that? Did you read that article about McDummy? McDummy signs a $1.9 billion no-bid hotel contract to house homeless for 3 years. $1.9 billion. Holy shit. McDummy administration has inked a nearly $1.9 billion contract with the city's hotel industry in order to have emergency housing for homeless around the Big Apple. The contract is set to take place over the next 3 years. $1.86 billion deal comes from the New York dealt with a huge influx of migrants that was seen under President Joe Biden. Hotels in the Big Apple at the time were being used to house illegal criminals from the border. That has also slowed down. This man does not know shit. We've talked about this before. He's never had a job. He doesn't know anything about money. All he knows is about jihadism, and that's it. That's how he was raised. Give me 5 minutes with that. No shit, Kurt. That dumb son of a bitch is done destroyed New York. If you guys in New York do not recall this dumbass jihadist and get him the hell out of here, you're going to see escaping from New York come true. I'm telling you what. You guys better get off your ass. Virginia needs to do the same thing. Get that sperm burger the hell out of there. She's done ruining that place too. Holy shit. Oh, here's another great one, guys, that you guys did not see. If you did not, England's got some great cheese. Send me some cheese from England. I love Gouda. I love Gouda. It's got to be creamy, though. They have some dry, waxy Gouda. I don't like that. But, yeah. What do we? Hochul is begging the rich to come back. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, Shell. They want the rich to come back to pay for welfare programs that they want going on. There's not a damn rich person going back to New York until that dumb son of a bitch is out of here, and probably her, too. That bucktooth bitch needs to go, guys. You need a Republican in there. Like Pennsylvania, we need Republicans. We need to get the rhinos out. We talked about that before, right? Cameron Bonalado Deweese, got to go. Shapiro, got to go. We cannot put up with these people anymore. Pennsylvania can't afford it. You bring illegals in to run American jobs. You steal $1 million from Pennsylvania taxpayers to go renovate your private residence. Oh, yeah. He stole $1 million to renovate his private residence. That I don't know. The Democrats let him do it. That's just so pathetic. It's unreal. Fontana, skillet cheese. Man, I'm going to have to go eat now after we're done here. Man, that's crazy, right? Get this one, guys. Morning Joe's show on MSNBC gets axed an hour as MSN Now, NOW, launches sweeping network overhaul ahead of midterms. Why? Because they are in the dumpster. Mr. Gumby, what's his name? Gumby? Gumby? Yeah? Mr. Gumby himself and his wife are in the shitter with their ratings. Now they've cut an hour off and they're going to put somebody else in there. They're after this rebrand. They don't know what to do. It's like CNN. They're shot to hell. Their lies have come out and it's been proven fact. Remember with that piece of shit Gumby looking dude, Joe Scarborough, sitting there saying, Biden's in his fittest. He is at the top of his game. He is on ball. He can go 5 more years. He could go 8 more years as the president. Holy shit, he couldn't make it through the afternoon. And this dumb son of a bitch is up there lying his ass off, thinking he's right about everything. He was wrong about everything he said. MSNBC, MS Now, they are shot to hell. CNN shot to hell. CNBC shot to hell. ABC, you name it, they're shot to hell. These people are liars, nothing but liars, and doing the Democrats' bidding. That's what they do. It's as simple as that. What is this one? We don't need that one now. I'll close that one off. But the last thing I want to tell you guys, and I don't usually talk about this, Vic talks about this a lot. Tell Thune if you nuke the filibuster, the 80% of Americans that support it will remember election. Exactly. They're radical right. The filibuster needs to go now, guys. Why? Because if not, the Democrats are going to do it. And guess what? Trump is done. Trump will be gone if the Democrats gain control this November or in January. If they win in November, the first thing on their agenda is going to impeach Trump. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you for a fact. And then whenever they impeach Trump and then they put Vance in there, they're going to impeach him. And then they're going to put their Speaker of the House in there. So, guys, we got to make sure we win this election no matter what. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We have to win. The last thing I got for you is a damning study of over 1 million kids finds myocarditis in only the vaccinated children. 1 million people, guys. And you know Vic is hard on this, the vaccination shit, because of her mother. And she would love this one. Because the Biden administration officials, or so-called experts, characterized COVID-19 vaccines as a safe, effective drug. Oh, did they really? No. Hey, oh yeah, we know we got it here. Hey, listen to this.
You're okay. You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
These vaccines are highly, highly effective.
Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
They're really, really good against variants.
Everyone who takes the vaccine is not just protecting themselves, but reducing their transmission to other people and allowing society to get back to normal.
Now we know that the vaccines work well enough that the virus stops with every vaccinated person.
Get your first shot, and when you're due for your second, get your second shot.
Our key goal is to stop the transmission, to get the immunity levels up so that you get almost no infection going on whatsoever.
A vaccinated person gets exposed to the virus. The virus does not infect them. The virus cannot then use that person to go anywhere else.
When people are vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected.
If you're vaccinated, you're not going to be hospitalized, you're not going to be in an ICU unit, and you're not going to die.
You cannot use a vaccinated person as a host to go get more people.
If you are fully vaccinated, you no longer need to wear a mask.
I told you I was keeping that, and this was a perfect reason why right here. It came through the lies. How any of these people still have a job or still walking the streets? I don't, especially Fauci, the piece of shit, little old leprechaun piece of shit. But 1 million kids and vaccinated people have myocarditis, heart problems now because of this. And because of their lies right there. That's why I still keep this. That's why I'm not deleting this off my stream until I go to Rumble. And then I got to make sure. I don't know if I had kept it on my computer or not. But this is the lies that you get from the Democrats telling you, you're not going to get shit. You're vaccinated. Well, guess what you get? You get myocarditis. And wonder why kids were dropping over dead. Not only kids, adults too, dropping over dead. Exactly, Colin. Lying, fucking liar fuckers. That's as simple as that. They lie. What on there? And anyone vaccinated kid should be slapped. Fact, radical right. It's abuse on the highest level. Fact right there. I just found out too on my x-ray come back and showed blockage in one of my arteries. Didn't say how much or anything like that, but the neurosurgeons ordered the x-ray for my back to see if everything was going all right. So I emailed them and say, I want you to look at my x-ray. And they said, oh, nothing new in there. Then I look it up and find it. And I emailed them back and said, what about this? They said, well, it's not part of neuro's problem of that. So you might want to talk to your primary care doctor. They weren't even going to tell me about it. But then when I contact my primary care physician, he says not to worry about it because my diabetes and my cholesterol and all that shit is under control. So they're not worried about it. So I'm still a little concerned about it because it could restrict blood flow to my legs because of the pain and the burning and stuff that I have. So I think I'm going to contact a cardiologist just to be on the safe side. We'll see what happens. But this is going on, guys. It's a fact. It's a study that they've done already. This just came out. When did it come out? Today, I got this. So the study that they did and through the Food and Drug Administration admitting, for instances, that vaccines killed numerous children, a coalition of medical organizations is fighting to legally force the government to keep recommending the COVID jabs to healthy kids and pregnant women. Holy shit. And this is what these activist judges are trying to stop. Kennedy from doing his job. Robert F. Kennedy from doing his job and stopping the COVID vaccines for kids and the vaccine requirements for children to go to school. Oh, yeah. And an activist judge is putting a halt to it right now. That's bullshit. I heard that some kids get up to 70 freaking vaccines now. Holy shit. There's no wonder we got autism and all that shit going on in these children. That's bad. That is pretty bad right there. All right, let's go here. Let's see what we got here. We are going. Oh, no, we got a special right here. Guess what? Yes, sir, Bob, guys. We got the first shirt of the 250th anniversary going out tonight. If you have not get on in the drawing, too late for tonight. But if you have not gotten in the drawing, please send me your name. Oops. Let me put it up here real quick. Right there it is. Send me your name right there to conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. And for a chance of winning, we got 3 more shirts after tonight. So let's see who's first up. And if you're, all you got to do is be here watching. And if you don't, and not here tonight, if you are not watching and I do not see your name, you cannot win. Because I have to see your name in chat for you to win. That's the only stipulation you have, is you got to be watching the show. I don't think that's too much to ask, right? So, oh, I'm telling you, he's not here tonight either. No, he is not. These names will go back in. But we got a lot of guys in here, so let's see who's going to win the first shirt before the getaway. And he's not here. I haven't seen Aaron for a while, so all right, let's keep going. Oh, come on, here we go. What do we got here? Who we got here? And he's not here. Damn. What the hell's going on here? I always see him in here. And no, he's not here either. Oh my God. Come on here, guys. We got to have, I know there's people in here, so we got to see here. No, what the hell? No, guys, somebody's going to win this shirt. I promise you. Somebody is going to win it. And it is. It is Radical Right Sean Justice over here. Sean Justice, congratulations to Sean. He is our first out of 4 winners of one of these shirts that I showed up to you. I am, Cat. I am really early, Cat. Your name was not one of them drawn, so you're lucky. So Radical Right, Sean Justice out of Maryland. I got to look up his name. Well, I will do that. I'll let you know, Marianne, what happens if I get a hold of these people. It's hard to do. For especially my insurance, I got to look up who's in network and all that bullshit. But congratulations to Radical Right, Sean Justice. Guys, there's 4 more. You're never going to know when it happens. So please, get your name into me again. I'll put it up here one more time. It'll show for 10 seconds, then it'll shut off. Get your name to me. If you're not in for the drawings, get it in so you can be on the next one. It might happen next week. It might happen tomorrow. You don't know. I'm not going to tell you in advance now. Usually I had them on Thursdays or Fridays. Not telling you no more. So get your name in if you want a chance to win. Because after this, I'll start doing some more prizes. I got like 20 gifts to give away that I've had for a while now that I'm going to give away because they get expensive after a while. So Radical Right, congratulations. And well, I hope we have some more winners here soon. So here we go. All right, let me go over here. Let's get back to where we're at. All right, where's the recipes at? Let me hear some recipes, guys. So here we go. Let's get busy with this.
Dial up that static and that golden radio sound. Let's take a trip to solid ground. Throwback Thursday. Let's go to the 60s, 70s, and 80s show. Throwback Thursday, live tonight. 9 p.m. EST. Feeling right.
That's right. Let's travel back in time again today. We're going back to 1960 again. 1960. And look at the cost of living, folks.
Hey, dude. Welcome to 1960. Here's what America looked like 66 years ago.
I make about $5,300 a year.
And rent for a cozy suburban house is around $100 a month.
Gas is only 31 cents a gallon. Oh. I can cruise all night in my Chevy with just the coins in my pocket. A gallon of milk is $1.
And you can grab a burger, fries, and a shake at the new drive-in for less than 60 cents.
A movie ticket is only 75 cents. We're all heading to the cinema to see Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho when everyone says the shower scene is terrifying.
On Saturday mornings, kids watch the Flintstones on black and white TVs, while Dad adjusts the rabbit ear antennas to fix the static.
Mom wear pearls and high-waisted skirts inspired by Jackie Kennedy, while the kitchen fills with the scent of slow-cooked pot roast.
Kids are outside playing with hula hoops and drinking glass bottle Cokes until the streetlights flicker on. No GPS, just be home.
On the radio, Elvis Presley is back from the army and topping the charts. Everyone is trying to learn the twist in their living rooms.
At night, we sit together as a family watching the Andy Griffith Show. Life feels slower, the air feels fresher, and the future feels bright.
If you could step into 1960 for one day, would you ever want to leave? Drop a comment with your birth year. I will feature one in the next video.
Man, did you guys hear that? $5,500 for a house. Holy shit. Is that crazy or what? 31 cents, what did he say, for a gallon of gas? $1 for milk? 60 cents for a burger, fries, and a drink? Man, let's go back to the 60s. We get some sock hops and shit happen. All right, guys, how many of you remember Casey Kasem? Take a listen.
American Top 40.
This is Casey Kasem in Hollywood, and up to this point, we've heard 99 of the year's 100 biggest hits, and we're going to hear the #1 song of the year very soon. But first, we're going to hear a part of every song that hit #1 during survey period. And here it is, our AT40 trip through all of the songs that hit #1 during the past year.
American.
Gotta love that. Got Casey Kasem right there. Some badass songs right there. I'm telling you what, that's what I listen to the most in my truck is the 80s. I definitely do. I love the 80s music. We had some good songs back then. I'm telling you what. That's why I love Throwback Thursdays, guys, because we got to reminisce about the good old days, because it's sure to hell ain't like that no more. That is a fact right there. Who remembers this guy right here? This little dude right here and this movie. Tell me if it's a short clip. It's only like 25 seconds. But tell me if you guys remember this.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Now, who remembers that one? This is not part of the game, but tell me what the name of that movie was. If you got, Colin got it real fast right there. You guys remember that movie? I love that. It was funny. It's a stupid comedy. Yes, Radical Right. Colin got it over there. That was that, and that wasn't even part of the game yet. Isn't that crazy right there? All right, where are we at here? Let's go with, oh, we haven't had any of this. Ranking moments on the Carol Burnett show. Gonna love this.
It looks like you're going to be all right. You're starting to get some color in your cheeks.
These shotguns, just like you, are empty. Then I want to know who you're with. You want to turn your face and cough? Might even tell us where to get some clams.
Number 5.
Hey! No, that's not nice. You don't break people's necks. You want to stop fooling around?
Number 3.
That's it! Stop it! That's it!
Number 1.
Look at this. Hey. All right. Go.
Tell me they weren't two of the funniest freaking guys you've ever seen right there. I tell you what, the best part about it is those guys cannot keep from laughing at themselves. That was the best you've ever seen. I'm telling you what, you cannot beat that at all right there. All right, let's get busy with yes, sir, Bob. We got 3 of the movie clips coming up your way right now. Let's see who can get these ones. I got one in here that I didn't even know. So I'm hoping I can get you guys on this one. So let's see. I don't know if it's the first one or not. Probably not. It's not the first one. So tell me what the title of this show is, guys.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
I'm not just... You know how you tell a story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here to Tommy.
You motherfucker. I almost had him.
And before the clip was even over, Radical Right and Shell, Conrad, looks like maybe not. Radical Right and Shell got that thing right off the bat over here. See if anybody else gets that. Mark got it. Colin got it. M got it. Jeez, I'm Pete. That's good. You guys did get it. It is Goodfellas. Yes, it is. I'm telling you what. I did know that one. I did watch that one before. So let me get this one out of the way. This is the one that I did not know. This clip is only 9 seconds. I'm going to play it twice because it is only 9 seconds. I did not know this one, so I had to look this one up. So good luck with this one, guys. Oh, let me get up here. Kurt got it. Everybody got that one. Here's another one. Check. Okay, let's see if anybody can get this one. I didn't know it. I did not know this one. It looks creepy. Well, I did not know this one. I haven't even looked it up yet. It's not AI. It's actually from back in the 70s, I believe, but it was called, see if anybody got this yet. Haven't a clue. No idea on this one. I did not either. It is called The City of Angels banana frame. Yes, look it up, guys, because I did not know this one either. This was in a row with these three that I got for tonight. So it's called City of Angels. I actually got one none of us knew. So that's a good one right there. I got to mark this on my calendar. But I guarantee that you guys will know what this one is. This one is about 59 seconds long, and I guarantee the answers are going to be flying off the shelf with this before the clip's even over. Take a look at this.
We'll be back to pick you up in 15 minutes.
Take your time. I expect to be dead in 4. Dial 911. Tell the police to get up here quick. Somebody's about to get killed. My own God. And my God. And I told the librarian that I had a bad headache, but she didn't believe me. I really do have a bad headache, though. I have a very bad headache that my head does not feel...
You've made a very bad mistake.
Back the fuck up! Back up, I mean it! I don't want to, but I will. You know I will. Come on, drive, drive, go! Oh, get the fuck out of here! Drive, drive!
Okay, guys. Now I will give you this one. It is a Die Hard movie. Which one? Tell me the title of the show. That's where I'm going to get you on. How many was there? Like 5 or 6? I love Die Hard movies. I love Bruce Willis. Unfortunately, he's not doing well. And he's not acting anymore. Yes, I believe it is number 3. So what is the third part called? Hi, Becky. No, Becky, Violet Vixen on her show took off tonight, so I went early tonight, Becky. Yes, Pat. Pat got it over there. She gave me the whole title. Yes, it is. There's 5 of them. 5 of them. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Yes, yes, it is, guys. It is Die Hard with a Vengeance. I loved all of them. I've watched them all. When he went to Russia with his son, was Die Harder or something like that. Die Harder. There it is. And the one with the computer kid, I think that was before Die Harder. The one we went to Russia when his son was a CIA agent. And then you had Vengeance. You had 1 and 2. Oh yeah. I loved all of those movies. That's for a fact. Well done, guys, on that. Yes, sirree, Bob, guys. So, hey, made it an hour and a half over there, a little over an hour and a half tonight, guys. I think we did pretty well, right? We didn't have to hurry. We didn't have to hold the applause. We didn't have to hurry through all the articles, and we got to have some fun in Throwback Thursday, guys. Don't forget, we got more drawings coming up. And, of course, again, with Sean being tonight's winner on Getter, I have to look up his name and stuff and get it printed out and put it on so I can got to get the right Sean, too, because we got 2 of them in here, and I have it on my computer somewhere. I have to bring it up and find it and print it out before I close down for the night and get everything out. But guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. At least we got a little bit early. I can get in there and go upstairs, get relaxed, watch a couple shows that I got to watch. some kids I follow on RV and kids that I follow on YouTube. They're great kids. They're young. They're retired actually. They're traveling. They were traveling nurses, ER nurses, and they actually were. I'll email it to you, Charlie. I have it, Sean, but okay, go ahead anyways. Oh, his name goes in here. Now, remember, if you win, you don't get a win again. Your name goes into my special place. Wait. Oh, I got to show you. This is my special place for people that win. This is highly technical stuff here. It's one of my old pots. Yes, I got highly sophisticated equipment here, people. Yes, so your name goes into the pot until you go back in the hat to win again right here. So once I'm done with the shirts, like I said, we got 4. We're down to 3. Once that goes in and we start giving out the other gifts again, everybody's names goes back in the hat. So make sure if you went in on the drawings, guys, like I said, I got, what do I got? I got some more earbuds. I got another knife, spoon, fork stuff. I got a compass. I got an optical thing that you look through. I got flashlights like galore. I might even have a drone still left. So, guys, if you want in on it, get it to me. Here's the email again for 20 seconds there. But if you want in on the drawing, get it in here, guys, because you can't win if you're not here. Yes, Sean has won. Everybody pretty much in here right now has won something from me. So if you have not won from me and you're in here tonight, please, you want in on the drawings, get in here. It doesn't cost you anything but to watch the show. You're here anyways, watching, so you might as well get a chance to win something, right? That's all I ask. And you be in chat, because if I don't see your name in chat, you do not win. And you also can use that email to send me pictures and clips. Just say hi, whatever you want. Just get a hold of me. It comes through my phone. I got it set up right here for my personal email, and I got my show email on here, and it comes right to me. And I know I've had a few people just email me for the hell of it, and I love it. Just come say hi, bullshit, whatever you want to do. Send me pictures, send me songs, send me articles that you want me to put out here. I'll do it. I'll put any articles out. And it's great to have people just talking and just joining in on the show, because this show is for us, guys, not just for me. It's our show. You guys help me. You don't know how, believe me, how much you guys help me with this show, with your comments in chat and stuff. And you guys remind me of stuff that I forget and remind me of names that I forget and stuff. And of course, today is my favorite day of the week for Throwback Thursday. And tomorrow night is the Friday night reset, where we empty the inbox out, guys. My ad that I put out might not show what the topics are that we go over, but that's because I don't even know everything, because I'll take everything from right now until tomorrow night before I start, and I'm going to throw it out there. It doesn't matter what it is. So if you have something from your state for a local thing that you want me to put out there, send it to me. Some of you guys have my personal phone number, cell phone. Send me stuff if you got it. Pat sends me some great stuff. I love it. And Kat does, and Tammy does, and everybody sends me shit. Sean, everybody. So send me what you got, guys. If you want it out there, I'll put it out for you. If you have a business and you want me to mention it on the show, send me information about the business. I'll put it out there. I'm willing to help you guys out no matter what it is. As long as I'm on here, as long as I can afford to be on here, I'm going to be on here. Might not be every day. I might have to take some time off because I want to redo the studio here and put a new wall and stuff in and go back to normal, not have these backgrounds on here. So we might have to take a few days off just to do that and get things arranged. So guys, thank you for tuning into this night on this early edition of the Conservative Viewpoint's Throwback Thursday edition. I hope you enjoyed the fun walk down memory lane. I think we had a blast tonight. Didn't have to hurry. I actually love that. So not having to hurry and stuff. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to leave you with this. But before we sign off on this Throwback Thursday, I want to take a second and look at chat. You guys are on fire tonight. Whether you are debating to the SAVE Act or nailing those movie clips from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you are the reason why I do this. Thank you for riding with me through this heavy news and the walk down memory lane. I truly hope you enjoyed this break. We all needed it, right? So don't forget, don't get too comfortable because the world is moving fast and the headlines aren't slowing down for anyone. That's why you need to be back here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, for the great Friday night reset. We're going to be clearing the deck. We're emptying the inbox, answering any tough questions you guys may have, and flushing out the noise from the week so we can head into the weekend with a clear head and a focused heart. We start fresh on Monday, but we finish strong tomorrow night, guys. So until then, keep your head up, keep your eyes open, and never, ever let them silence your viewpoint. I am Charlie. This is the Conservative Viewpoint. God bless. God bless our troops overseas, and God bless America. I'll see you back here, guys, tomorrow night for the great Friday night reset. Hopefully, right after the Rebel Chick with a Cause that starts at 7 p.m., guys. So until then, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you guys back here live tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.